Imagine opening your eyes one morning and finding the world drained of every shade, every hue. A reality painted only in black, white, and gray. No blue skies, no green forests, no red sunsets. Just endless monotone. At first, life would still function. You could still see shapes, shadows, and depth. You could still read, walk, work. But without color, the world would lose meaning in subtle but devastating ways. Traffic lights would become useless. Warning signs would vanish into the background. The tiny visual cues we rely on every day would be gone, and society would scramble to rebuild communication systems from scratch. Art would collapse. Painters, filmmakers, and designers would lose their language. Imagine the Louvre emptied of its vibrancy. Imagine movies reduced to endless grayscale. Fashion would no longer be a canvas for self-expression, but just fabric stitched together. Flowers would just be plants. A rainbow would become nothing more than a dull smear across the sky. The very concept of beauty would be redefined. Psychology would suffer too. Colors aren't just decoration. They shape the human mind. Red excites, blue calms, yellow inspires, green reassures. Without them, our emotional spectrum would shrink. Would we feel less passion, less creativity? Would love lose its fiery red and peace lose its calming blue? In a permanently gray world, would depression spread like wildfire, or would our brains adapt to find joy in patterns, textures, and shapes instead? Even science would be crippled. Doctors use color to detect illness in skin, blood, or scans. Astronomers identify stars by their glow. Chemists read reactions by watching substances change hue. Take color away, and entire fields of knowledge would collapse. We would have to reinvent technology to replace what eyes could once do naturally. But here's the haunting question. If color vanished forever, would new generations even miss it? A child born into a gray world wouldn't know what red or blue even meant. They might think old stories of sunsets and oceans were myths, exaggerations, fairy tales. Humanity's cultural memory would become a ghost, spoken of, but never seen. And maybe the most unsettling part, without color, would humans themselves change? Would societies grow more uniform, creativity more limited, emotions more restrained? Or would we discover new dimensions of beauty we never noticed when color dominated our vision? A world without color wouldn't just be dull. It would be an entirely different reality, reshaping human life in ways we can barely imagine.